For the last decade, the corporate elites, the politicians, and the mainstream media, well, they all looked down their noses at the American working class. When a coal mine shut down or a factory got shipped overseas, what did they tell us? Well, they sneered at us and said,
Learn
learn
to
to code.
code.
They told our kids that if they didn't take out 100 grand in student loans for gender studies or some poli-sci degree, they were going to be left behind. They treated the people who got their hands dirty like second-class citizens. Well, I've got some devastating news for the laptop class. The robots just learn how to code, and they know what bathroom to use. They don't take mental health days, and they don't need HR. They work pretty much for free. We are watching the total collapse of the white-collar illusion. Right now, Stanford University and major label analysts are dropping data, and it's causing a bloodbath for the establishment. Entry-level white-collar jobs, middle management, and the people who got paid $150,000 a year to send emails and sit in Zoom meetings, well, they're being wiped out by AI. Meta, Amazon, Google, they're all shedding thousands of jobs. The corporate email pushers, well, they're in absolute panic. The degree they went to six-figure debt for is suddenly and completely worthless because the algorithm can write their market copy. It can do the accounting, and it can write the software. Poof, job gone. But here's where it gets incredibly interesting, because while the laptop class is getting thrown out on the street by the very AI they helped create, guess who they suddenly and desperately need? You. People think AI lives in some magical cloud, but it doesn't. It lives in massive million-square-foot concrete bunkers that they call data centers. And those data centers require mind-boggling amounts of electricity, cooling, and infrastructure. So let's ask the tech pros a question. Can ChatGPT pour a foundation? No. Can an AI algorithm weld miles of industrial pipe? No. Can a robot run a 480-volt high-tension line in freezing rain? Probably not. So, to keep their new digital empire running, big tech is going to need heavy equipment operators. They're going to need iron workers, electricians, pipe fitters, HVAC techs, and linemen. They need the exact same blue-collar Americans they spent the last 10 years making fun of. The very same companies that are firing their office workers right now are begging for tradesmen. They're facing a massive labor shortage because they spent a generation convincing our kids that working with your hands was beneath them. Now, the bill is coming due, and, well, they don't know how to put on a pair of gloves. And the irony gets even better, because suddenly you've got these soft-handed corporate managers realizing that they're obsolete, and they're talking about pivoting into the trades. You see the articles popping up everywhere. Why white-collar workers are trading their laptops for tool belts. Let me tell you something, folks. You don't just pivot into a 12-hour shift pulling cable. You don't just pivot into roughnecking on an oil rig or framing a house in 90-degree heat. These people think that they can just show up on a job site with their oat milk lattes and ask for a trigger warning and then start turning wrenches. They have absolutely no idea about the physical toll, the grit, and the danger that goes into building this country. They won't last a single week. The trades aren't a backup plan for failed corporate executives. It's a highly skilled and physical demanding profession, and it's earned in blood, sweat, and busted knuckles. The balance of power in America has officially flipped. And if you're a tradesman right now, you hold a hell of a lot of leverage. You are the most valuable and touchable asset in the global economy. You're the GOAT. And these folks can't build their future without you. So you need to understand your worth. You need to charge more. Demand the respect that you're owed. The establishment tried to phase you out, and instead, well, you became the only ones holding the keys to their kingdom. So to the men and women who wake up before dawn, who put on the steel-toe boots, and who actually have built something in this country, you've won. Your vindication is here. So keep building, keep winning, and hold the line. So if you're proud to work in the United States for a living, and if you're tired of the mainstream media disrespecting the working class, hit the subscribe button right now. Share this video with every tradesman you know. God bless you. God bless America. And I'll see you in the next one.